Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. I apologize for being away from you for some time. I actually was working on my other YouTube channel that I just created called Rebirth Affirmations. This has nothing to do with bankruptcy or unclaimed funds. This is sort of some positivity to put out there because we are living in a crazy dark time right now in our society. So I wanted to put something uplifting out there. So right now there are 5 videos that I created. They're an hour long. There are 20 affirmations that are on loop with some positive music. And my voice is not on there. It's a vocal coach that's doing that. The videos are for abundance and prosperity and fitness and mental clarity and things like that. So if you're interested in those sort of positive things, something you can listen to on your commute to work, maybe before you go to sleep, please check out that channel, right? So in this video, I made $120 in about 10 minutes utilizing this Bankruptcy Unclaimed Funds Hack. Find out how you can do the same thing. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. So I just started doing this quick step method because this mail is slow. It is so slow right now. As we all know, it's moving at a glacial pace. And when you're working longer deals, you have to have third-party documents, power of attorney. You have to have contracts signed. Things need to be notarized, and you are sending documents to the client. They're sending them back. There is a process. It takes a longer time. So in between times, I wanted to get paid these sort of short deals so that, while I was waiting for the larger ones to come back. So this is essentially what I was doing. You go to the unclaimed funds locator. I've mentioned this before. I search for low-hanging fruit. So those are deals that are maybe below $2,500. I call those individuals and I ask for the fee up front as opposed to on the back end. And what this does is it cuts out the third-party documents. You are preparing the documents for the debtor. They're signing it, they're mailing it out. That's it. And in exchange for those documents, they're giving you the fee up front. So I called Kevin. Kevin is an individual. This is sort of the 5th deal I think I've gotten utilizing this quick step method. My previous video, I made $654 total. And this addition to that is $775. And this is with me doing this sort of halfway, right? I do the bare minimum with skip tracing. I use what's free. I don't do skip tracing for like social media. I just call the numbers that I see. And this district, it just works. I don't know if the individuals don't change their number. It just works. For the Eastern District of Virginia, I can't really complain. So Kevin was home. I called him, $644 he's got back. This report of deposit came from the court docket. It basically just shows to the court they tried to send a check to this individual. His mailing address, was not proper, and the money came back to the court, so the funds are available. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to post a link for why there are funds available in bankruptcy and bankruptcy one-on-one as well. Start with those. They will give you a foundation. Finder fee rules do apply. I am not an attorney, so you may need to seek one if you're wanting to know what the finder fee laws are in your state. Even though this is bankruptcy, state code, state rules still coincide with bankruptcy rules all the time. So when you're signing a contract with the debtor for the larger deals and something were to go south and they sued you, that is going to be in state court. That's not going to be in federal court. So state rules apply in terms of finder's fees. So you have to check your state code. So if you're in Oklahoma state code, search for finder fees. If you can't research that, you don't know, call a lawyer and find out. That's the best that I can tell you. General rule of thumb for me, this is for me, speaking as a paralegal and I'm not an attorney. For the smaller deals, I don't go over more than 20%, right? Because this is what the client and I are agreeing to. You may want to do that, or you may want to actually call a lawyer and find out what the finder fees are in your state. All right. So for Kevin and I, we decided that less than 20% was fine. It was $120, right? So that is what he paid me. I called him. He was motivated. He was excited to know that the money was here. he wanted to move forward. He's like, what do I need to do? So he sent this to my Cash App. And then I was actually preparing the documents while I got off the phone with him and I was waiting for the money, because I have these in templates already. So it's just a matter of copying and pasting. It was easy for me to do that. So I sent him the instructions with all the documents and attachments. He said, I received them. Thank you. And that's it. Now, you can stop here if you want to, or because I am who I am and I like to follow things somewhat too much sometimes, I offered in this service following up with the court to make sure that the order was issued and he received his money. If you wanted to stop here, you could do that. As long as your client understands that they're supposed to follow up with the court on their own, then you can leave it like that. Okay, so this is just something that I do. So here we have the email, he received it. Now, here is an example of what follow-up, what that entails. So Mr. Slater is an individual also in the Eastern District of Virginia that I mentioned before. He's getting $911. From this deal, I got $182. The motion right here, this is the court docket on Court Listener. This motion was filed in on August the 21st. He filed that in. This is what I prepared for him. And the order was just issued September the 25th. So this just gives you an idea, if you wanted to gauge how long this actually takes, from filing the motion to the order is about a month. And then count a few more days for the actual check to be issued to the client. So you see this motion here and you see this order, the last two entries on the court docket. In between the motion and the order, there are no objections. There are no deficiencies. So he did everything properly. My formula works, is what I'm saying to you. There are no issues with the individuals getting their money, right? Now, to check this court docket takes 1 second. It does not take that long to go to the bottom of the screen and say, oh yeah, here's an order. So this is what I did, and I followed up with another email. This is a template that I believe I provide you already with. And so you're not recreating anything really. The templates are there for you. It's just a matter of copying and pasting and just plugging in one. It's formula writing. You plug in one thing for the other. So Mr. Slater, the order on the motion for unclaimed funds was finally issued. The check will be sent to you in a few days. Here is the court order. Please let me know if you have any questions. Please leave a review on my Facebook page once you receive your check. Kind regards, Spring. So that's it. This is the end of the follow-up. If you wanted to, as I mentioned, give the client the clerk's number, do that and have them follow up on the order, right? There's no rule in law. This is your business how you're wanting to do this. Just because I've been with been with lawyers before and I've been a paralegal for 10 years, I'm just used to following up. So this is just what I know how to do. You don't have to do it this way, right? But this is essentially the end of this particular process. I'm giving you a snapshot of how this works. So again, the benefits of doing this quick step process, little money is needed to do this process anyway, right? I didn't have to pay for anything. Courtlistener.com is free. Everything you can do is from home. I didn't have to get anything notarized. I didn't have to use any paper. I didn't have to use any printers. This was just opening up Word, creating that template again, and then saving it as a PDF. So you may need a few applications or software, but most people have that on their computer anyway, right? So you can do this to supplement your income, right? If you're not doing unclaimed funds, it doesn't matter. You can still do this at home. It's up to you how you want to work it. If you outsource your calls and your skip tracing, or you teach someone how to do this, create these lists for you, you can scale it. Now, I just started doing that. I was a part of a Facebook group. I found 2 paralegals that were interested in helping me create these lists. So I'm going to be trying to scale this on a slightly larger level, and we'll see how that goes to someone who can create lists for me. So it's fast money. Again, you don't need that third-party documents. You don't need that power of attorney. You don't need the contract, all that. We're taking that step out. The program pays for itself very quickly. I made $775 in a little more than an hour, right? Imagine what you can do if you put in a lot more energy than I have in doing this. You can make a lot more money doing this. right? So just want to just put that out there and reiterate the benefits of this quick step method too, because it does work. And this is it. If you're interested in checking out rebirth affirmations, please go ahead and do that. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do that. I would appreciate it. The best way to email me is to email me. If you want to call me, that's fine. Please leave a message. I am home, but I'm running around constantly. So please make sure you do leave a message. And that is it. If you're interested in my course, the links are in the description box below. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.